Share your love and creativity for baking. Bake more memories with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder. Last week on the Tastemaster SA, the stakes were high in a double elimination challenge. 5 contestants had to present a tower of baked treats to impress the judges. In the end, it was Gibbon and Wahid who were sent home.
Walking after this briefing, I'm feeling really excited, but also really relieved. The elimination challenge was really hard, and I'm just happy to be here.
I am excited about this next brief, but also nervous. Anything can happen.
Hello, bakers.
Hi.
Hello.
A brand new round, which means a brand new challenge. Welcome to the top 10.
Oh yes, top 10, top 10, top 10. Being in the top 10 is the greatest feeling ever.
All of you are inching your way towards the biggest grand prize in the history of Tastemaster. 150,000 Rand in cash, courtesy of Capitec Business. This capital boost will be the star ingredient you need to take your career to the next level, because better never rests.
With 150,000 Rand from Capitec, it will so greatly enrich my life. I will love to open up my own baking school, as I am a teacher by heart, and also obviously push my home-based bakery to the next level.
Along with that, of course, the winner will receive 100,000 Rand to spend with Samsung, 100,000 Rand worth of KitchenAid equipment, and a blast chiller with 65,000 Rand from Electrical Industries Online.
My kombuis gaan absoluut stunning lyk met Samsung en KitchenAid. Beautiful.
This week's theme is about a bake that is seemingly easy or simple, but it does take technical precision to get it just right. This week's challenge is all about the Swiss roll.
It's a Swiss roll challenge. Yay.
Swiss roll, I've never made that in my whole life.
The Swiss roll, often found lurking in the bakery section in your local supermarket, often dry with a thin layer of jam in the middle. But when made correctly, one could understand how this became an iconic bake.
I baked a Swiss roll previously. It was really hard.
The classic Swiss roll can be filled with cream, filled with strawberries, topped with chocolate ganache, or it could be completely different.
That's right. For today's challenge, we want you to create both a sweet and a savoury Swiss roll.
How are you meant to make a savoury Swiss roll?
To get you inspired, of course, you'll be going off to a masterclass to learn all techniques and things needed for the perfect Swiss roll. So off you go to meet this week's guest judge. Enjoy!
Thank you. So awesome.
My name is Motheba Makhetha, and I'm a pastry chef at one of the 5-star hotels in Cape Town on the waterfront. I've been a pastry chef for 7 years now. My passion definitely stems from my early childhood. Everyone always says I got my talents from my grandmother, and I definitely agree. She was an amazing, amazing cook. But just cooking for my family, that's where it all started, and I've been in love ever since. I'm so excited to be a guest judge on this season of Tastemaster. I've watched the show I don't know how many times, and to be on the judging end of it is just amazing.
I am so excited for this masterclass. Motheba is such a great chef. She makes such cool stuff.
Welcome to the masterclass. My name is Motheba, and today what I'm going to be making is a coffee-flavored Swiss roll. What I'm going to do first is make a sabayon. So a sabayon is just mixing sugar with some egg yolks. On medium speed, you're just going to mix these two together. This is just adding more and more volume. And then at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. The oil, we're going to add half a cup. If you add all of it in one go, you're defeating the purpose of beating all the air into the egg yolks. So you need to drizzle it lightly into the mixture. Now, I'm gonna take 3 teaspoons of Jacob's coffee, and I'm just gonna dissolve that in a little bit of water. And now I want to add it into this, and then just gonna mix that. So with your serve, just in 3 additions, add a bit of your flour. What I like to do is add a little bit of royal baking powder. This is just going to ensure that you get a nice and even rise in your Swiss roll. And then if you create some height, you're actually aerating the flour as well.
Ek het nooit geweet as 'n mens in die lug in jou meel sif dat dit meer lug in jou bak kan bring nie.
So now that the flour and all the baking powder is all incorporated into the mixture, we're going to work on our meringue. We're going to take our egg whites. We're going to start whisking until it becomes light and foamy before we add our sugar. Now adding 3 additions always better. And this should be at stiff heat.
I have had my meringue split, so I think the 3 additions is a top tip.
So this is stiff peaks if you lift. I'm not going to do the head thing. So we're going to add 1/3 of the meringue into this mixture. So as you can see, I'm working this first addition quite intensely just so that we're building a lovely foundation so that it doesn't deflate the rest of the meringue. So again, another 1/3 into here. And now this one I'm going to be gentle. A rubber spatula is always important. If you use a wooden spatula, you're going to deflate all the egg.
That's good to know. No more wooden spoons. Beautiful. Wow. Nice.
You want to take your palette knife to evenly disperse the mixture. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this into the oven for 10 minutes and we're going to set it into an oven that's set at 170. Okay, so the Swiss roll is now out of the oven. With this step, you need to work quite quickly. So you take a dampened tea towel and then you're going to just transfer your roll into that. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to roll it. And I'm going to leave it like that to cool down.
Using the wet cloth to roll the Swiss roll, I think that's something that I'll take home definitely.
What I've done is I've made 2 fillings. So I'm going to start with the one, the dulce de leche crème. We're just going to take our milk and we're going to take our pear juice. And then I'm going to take my cardamom pods and I'm just going to crush them. So that's just going to infuse and let all those lovely cardamom flavors seep into the milk. But then in the meantime, I'm going to take my 4 gelatine leaves and I'm just going to bloom those. Then for the base, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my egg yolks and I'm going to add my dulce de leche. So to make the dulce de leche, all you do is take the Clover condensed milk and you just boil that for 4 hours and it just slowly caramelizes the condensed milk and you get a lovely dulce de leche that you can just pop in anything really. We're now going to add our gelatine and let that dissolve into the mixture. And what we're going to do is that we're going to strain it into our egg and dulce de leche mixture. And then we're going to mix that in. We're going to put it back on the heat just so that we pasteurize the egg yolks. You just need to take it up to about 85 degrees for the egg yolk to be cooked. Just to ensure that there's no scrambled eggs in here, just strain it again. We're going to put plastic wrap and set that in the fridge, and then we're going to move on to making a garnish. I've always been a fan of a tuile because you can do so much with it. It's a really simple and easy recipe. It's just equal quantities of everything. So I really want to taste the Jacob's coffee. So I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of instant coffee to our melted butter. Then we'll just add our icing sugar, our flour, and our egg whites. You just mix everything until it combines. This mixture was super easy, it takes 2 minutes. We pop it in the oven, super crispy once it's out.
I have not made a lot of tuiles, but it is really super delicious. It adds crunch to any dessert.
So now that we've given the Swiss roll time to just cool down, I'm gonna roll it back. All you need to do is take it out and we will unmold. Flip that. So you can fill it with cream, you can fill it with jam. I'm just gonna do a nice chocolate ganache. Coffee and chocolate go so well together.
Motheba is incredibly thoughtful about how different flavors and components work with one another.
Then you're just gonna start with a tight roll.
Nice tip.
And then I'm gonna take our crème that we made earlier.
Chocolate, cardamom, and coffee, gonna be amazing.
And I just have some edible flowers. And I'm just gonna make this look like a garden.
I love the creativity of Chef Motheba. The way she decorates, it's absolutely beautiful.
Then I'm going to take our coffee twirl that we made as well, just for a bit of height.
Yeah, she is very detailed when she comes to decorating. She's very technical about it, very elegant about it. Her decorating skills are up on another level.
Here you go, guys. I want everyone to please come and taste, and then we'll head over to the kitchen for the challenge.
Tasting this Swiss roll is so amazing. It is just the right balance, not too sweet, nice textures, and obviously looking absolutely beautiful.
It is soft, light, airy, and it has the best coffee flavor.
It's phenomenal. 11 out of 10.
Up next, with 2 bakes to present, contestants are given a helping hand. Indulge with Clover full creamed sweetened condensed milk, thick, creamy and rich in flavour. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back, everybody. So Fritz mentioned earlier that your task for today is to make 2 Swiss rolls, a sweet and a savoury. Now, does that sound like a little too much work?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you said that. Otherwise, we're going to let you go. But, of course, that is a little too much work for just one person. So, in true Tastemaster style, this will be a team challenge. Yay!
Your team challenge again. It's tough working in a team.
I am constantly in eliminations due to team challenges, so not looking forward to that.
Here's how it's going to work. Before you get to pick your partner, you have to prove your worth. Each one of you will have an opportunity to step up and guess the exact weight of the flour in the bowl. The one that is closest to the actual amount will get to pick first. Understood?
Yes, chef.
Since Philip was so eager, he gets to come first.
Okay, 500 grams.
Okay, thank you.
600 grams.
380.
450.
425.
375 grams.
475.
430. 550.
380.
Right, the first contestant to pick their partner was not only close, but they were spot on. At 450 grams, Lariri, please.
That's your superpower. The human scale. Love it.
I'm going with Philip. Team Blue is all the way from the Northern Cape, representing Namakwa Hartswater.
Second to pick a partner with a guess of 430 grams, Uli.
Yay.
I picked Pumla. I am feeling so great about choosing Pumla. She is an experienced chef. You are the taste master.
Third up, Renuka.
I choose Mel.
Oh.
Feel so honored that Renuka chose me. I was holding thumbs. I wanted to be on her team.
Right, in fourth place, Rio.
I'm gonna go with Rochelle. I have always wanted to be on a team with Rochelle, and today is my lucky day.
Ladies, that means the two of you will be partnering up for this challenge.
We obviously didn't choose each other, but I think we are a perfect pair because we are both cake decorators.
Contestants, for this challenge today, you will have 2 hours to complete both a sweet and a savoury Swiss roll.
Before we get baking though, there is the matter of the royal baking powder pins. Put your hand up if you have a pin. Okay, so the 3 teams that have the pins, you will have an extra 10 minutes of baking time.
I love an advantage.
I am super grateful for the 10 minutes. Let's get started.
So guys, are we ready to start baking?
Yes.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Any 3 minutes in the kitchen is a bonus.
I feel like, sure, I won the lotto. I am making a savoury sponge, and I'm filling it with some blue cheese mousse and a red pepper, pear, and red onion relish.
And I am doing a black forest cake. This is the crucial step of cutting the egg whites into the batter. I'm doing a cherry compote, fresh cream. It's going to have a ganache over the entire Swiss roll, and then lastly, the cranberry and chocolate bark. There we go.
I want to just get the sponge going in the extra 10 minutes. I will be making the sweet one, which will be the lemon poppy and blueberry.
I'm making a savoury Swiss roll with prosciutto, goat cheese, and mascarpone, chili crunch oil, and eggs.
Today I'm using royal baking powder just to help the Swiss roll rise a bit and get that fluffiness.
What are you guys making?
We are making a corn, bacon jam, that kind of thing. For the savoury bake, I am making a cheddar cheese, corn, maple bacon, and spring onion bake. I am busy making my candied bacon. So this is just some maple and chili flakes. Then I'm sprinkle it with some brown sugar and then pop it in the oven.
For my bake, I'll be making a strawberry Swiss roll. So I'll be incorporating fresh fruits like strawberries, raspberries, and my cream will incorporate some whipped white chocolate ganache and some mascarpone cream.
Yeah, it is weird not
It's a
baking,
weird
standing
feeling.
around and okay. But we know we have a plan. Hi, I'm Lariri and welcome to Concordia. Radio is my life. I've been with Radio NFM since 21 years ago. What I love about radio the most is that you can reach so many listeners at once. It's the theater of the mind. So when people listen to your voice, they picture who Lariri is. So you create a picture for them, but they go with their own story. Concordia dorp is stad, die stopstrate van Namaqualand. This is where I found myself. This is where I found Lariri. I was still discovering myself in other places, but when we came to Namaqualand, I was truly home. Growing up, baking and cooking was a big part of our family. My mother is the heart of the home, so she loved to bake and cook. And I think that's where my love for baking and cooking came from. Om te bak, die beste ding vir my is brood. And today, this is my specialty, the Lariri Chakalaka Surprise Special. Food is my love language. Give me food and I'm the happiest in the entire world. This is my motto I always live for is always love, never hate, and never discriminate.
Team Maroon, Team Blue, your time has started. Let's go.
I'm doing the savoury and Moody is doing the sweet. For my savoury Swiss roll, I'm starting with blanching the spinach, which is going to give the Swiss roll the color green, and then move on to making the batter for the Swiss roll.
The reason I'm using royal baking powder is just to make sure that there's an extra rising agent in my Swiss roll.
So I'm doing the sweet one, Death by Chocolate. And my friend over here, he is doing an absolutely delicious Italian beef pastrami with lots of cheese. His knowledge of cheese is next level. So I'm really looking forward to see what he does with the savoury.
Motheba, based on what you taught them in their masterclass, what are you expecting to see in terms of flavor combinations, in terms of technique today?
I think the most important thing is the roll, the layers, and to see if there's the right ratio between the filling and the sponge. How fluffy is the sponge, you know?
And Fritz, I know you are super excited about the savoury bake.
Yeah, I do love it.
So what flavor combinations would make you very happy today?
I don't know, something familiar but innovative, you know?
Anything cheese? Yay. Yay for me.
Do like Motheba does and shift it high.
How are things going?
Going well so far.
What ganache? What is it? A white chocolate
It's a white
ganache?
chocolate ganache.
Yes,
It's going to be
love
whipped.
that.
Then I'm going to fold in some of my mascarpone cream, fresh strawberry.
Into the ganache. That's going to be right. And if you cut it, you'll see the different colors.
Right?
Yeah,
that's good. Pumla, what's cooking?
Eggs.
We're using so many eggs. I feel like I also need to lay some because
The savoury Swiss roll has sour cream, some bacon, rosemary, sun-dried tomatoes. So it's like a take on a nice hearty sandwich.
Oh.
This is cherry liqueur. This is potent. Smell this.
Yeah, don't overdo it.
10 minutes extra, did it do you a world of good?
No.
We're going to be grateful. We're going to sound grateful, right?
Tell us what flavors we're working with.
I am making a play on a cheese board.
Ooh.
So with the blue cheese mousse, I am doing a relish, and then I'm going to crush some salty cracks, put this in the oven, flavor it a bit, and roll the Swiss roll in that to give it that crunchy element.
So is that going on the outside?
And the outside,
Okay.
yeah.
It was looking very thick when I added everything.
I have never made a meringue without sugar in it, so it's acting differently. It's freaking me out a little bit.
You must add more egg whites.
Okay, do you want to?
Yeah.
The mixture's looking a little bit dry and lumpy and very disheartening to see. Oy vey.
Okay, maybe.
Try this again.
I think so.
Rochelle and I unanimously decide that this Swiss roll ain't gonna work, so we start from scratch.
There's not really a lot of time actually to do our mixture.
It's a disaster!
But you have to do what you gotta do.
Make big things happen and enter this week's viewer competition.
We want to see your interpretation of today's challenge. Bake a beautiful Swiss roll, either sweet or savory, using royal baking powder. Upload it onto socials by replying to the competition post and using the hashtag #TheTasteMasterSA and hashtag #BakeMoreMemories. And you could win a KitchenAid stand mixer of your very own.
Happy baking!
Congratulations to the winner of our episode 3 viewer competition, Fatima Mohammed, who created an incredible gift box of biscuits to celebrate Mother's Day, featuring buttery shortbread with melted chocolate and icing. Who will influence the nation with their creative bakes? Bake more memories with tried and trusted royal baking powder.
Ooh, Philip, what are you making?
I'm doing a rotolo svizzera.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Rotolo svizzera means Swiss roll. That's Italian with gorgonzola dolce latte, onion marmalade, and pastrami beef.
Oh, wow.
So that will just be a small trip through Italy, but bringing you back to my province in Northern Cape, where we make biltong. So I'm going to garnish it with biltong.
Oh, wow. Hey.
Northern Cape gaan hulle wys. Yeah, we're gonna show them.
En harswater maak ons krrr in die boor jou.
Contestants, this is your 1 hour time call. You have had half the time, you have half to go.
Let's go, guys.
Woo!
Let's finish.
Come from the weekend to it.
For the sweet, I'll be doing a lemon poppy and blueberry.
That excited her.
With a blueberry frosting inside.
Ooh.
And then top it up with white chocolate with poppy seeds.
Those flavors sound really lovely.
I hope it works out.
I love lemon poppy.
Sounds good.
No pressure for me though.
Yeah.
I'm Rochelle Gardiner and I'm from Ermelo and Mpumalanga. Welcome to our piece of paradise. I am a professional baker. I also have my own business and I work at a wedding venue called Smithsfield, where I develop recipes in the kitchen and work with the brides, also do the wedding cakes, and I also obviously help on the farm. My love for food started when I was actually a very little girl. I think it comes from my mom. She loves being in the kitchen. Baking was just my escape. It's always been my escape. I would describe myself as a very precise, elegant baker.
I think Rochelle's baking is fantastic. You can obviously judge by my looks.
Mark has always supported my baking career. He gives me my freedom to chase my dreams, and I really do appreciate that of him.
I think Rochelle should go all the way in the competition. She's a star, she does what she does properly. I think she's got fantastic talent.
I entered the Taste Master SA because I love a challenge, and I really think that this gives me an opportunity to take my bakery to the next level and fulfill my dreams.
The savoury Swiss roll sponge is coming out the oven. I'm going to ask Muli to just roll it out for me because I don't actually trust myself and I trust her to do it.
Thank you, my darling. My bake is out of the oven. Now that's all left for me to do is put it on a damp towel and roll it.
Now it's the most important part ever. It's to roll the Swiss roll. My heart is just beating non-stop.
This is the filling for my savoury Swiss roll, which is not yet in the oven.
We're making the filling for our Death by Chocolate Swiss roll. So it's Clover Bliss, the chocolate one. The more chocolate, the better.
What am I on to next? My cream cheese mixture. For my cream cheese filling, I will be whipping up some cream cheese, salted clover butter, herbs, spring onion, and some cayenne pepper for taste.
I am currently making my filling. It's whipped cream ganache with some mascarpone cheese, and then I'm going to incorporate some strawberries.
Oh, that's the pear situation, hey?
Yeah, pear, red pepper, and red onion.
How are your bakes looking?
One Swiss roll's done. We're going with the next one now.
Oh, here it is.
That's the chocolate one.
Right. And the savory?
Savory.
Oh, it's not in yet?
No.
Okay.
Ek moet nou klamkante hier so kyk. So die koek sit vas, dit wil nie uit die pan uit nie. Ek moet dit nou los kry. Let's just see. Voila! Dan rol dit op en dan los ek dit nou daar totdat dit koud is.
This is savory Swiss roll. I'm just working on a silpat mat. I feel way more comfortable on something that does not stick as much.
I decided to add a strawberry jam to my cake.
Okay. Because why? What's the motivation?
Just for a pop of flavor. I didn't think fresh fruits were enough.
Okay. Are both your bakes out of the oven? I see one roll.
Mine is coming out now.
Oh.
Must I get you a wet cloth quickly?
Please.
Okay.
As I'm taking the sponge out of the oven, I touch it to feel if it's baked through, and then I realize that my sponge might be a little bit overdone. Way too crispy for my liking. We then plan to do a
Very, very quick
second batch. I need it to be cooked within 20 minutes.
This is a beautiful fridge. Yeah, spacious on the inside. This is just what I need actually.
Just do it fast.
Ek gaan staan.
I can imagine, yeah. A little bit of a sense of urgency here, I can feel. How are you guys doing for time, all right?
We're okay so far.
Bakes done?
Here's one.
The other one is cooling down in the fridge, and we're just, because it's fine. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, chef. And then we're just trying to make our fillings.
Now, still a bit lumpy. Luckily, my partner over here is the queen of all things egg-based. So she lends a helping hand. This is mixture number 2. It is looking much better. Now we're throwing it into the oven.
The contestants, you are entering the final 30 minutes of this challenge. Let's move on and finish strong.
Come on, guys. Let's go, let's go.
You happy, babe?
So happy, girl.
So, looks amazing.
Blend it, friend.
Okay.
Blend it.
I think this is a bit grainy. My first mixture of meringue did not work, so I start with my second batch.
My jam consistency was a little too hard, so I'm just fixing it in some liquid.
I am setting this mousse, blue cheese mousse, in the Samsung fridge, loving the fact that it's super cold and it's doing its job because it's set.
It is a little bit too much filling, but I'm gonna improvise on this. You can always make a plan.
This is a cream cheese, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate chip filling.
Babe, our sponge has a tear.
We're concerned about the crack and we're talking about making another sponge. I'm like, this is not enough time for that.
Just like that, the cracks are gone.
The Swiss roll cracked a little bit, so my heart just sank. I'm gonna cover it with meringue.
Nice assembling. How's everything going?
My Swiss roll had a few cracks, but nothing some ganache can't hide.
Can't hide.
So I'm adding in the cherry compote and then the cream.
Nice. You guys got this.
Thank you.
The red pepper relish looks good, chunky. I can now breathe.
I'm going to melt the dark chocolate and drizzle it over with some flakes and fresh fruit.
So I have to fill, assemble, and decorate. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
I'm counting down the seconds to take this cake out of the blast chiller so that I can just assemble quickly.
It's time crunch and I really need to focus. I spread the bacon filling on the sponge and then I add the sour cream mix and then I roll it up.
I made my tuiles with clover cheddar, just pop them in the oven, get them nice and crispy.
It's chilly, right?
It's not very hot. Okay. I just need to roll this bad boy up, put on my toppings, and make it look halfway decent.
I was a bit worried about my roll a bit earlier, but it's looking good. And with 10 minutes left, I still need to decorate it.
chef. There's a style called coquette, where you put some piping and you also put some ribbons and things like that. So I think our vision was more high tea.
I cover my Swiss roll with my pink Swiss meringue and pipe it, and it's not working. I think it's too hot.
So you want a pipe or do you want me? Just pipe like little blobs here and there.
Right, contestants, it's your final few seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop baking, everyone. Challenge complete. Well done.
We killed it. Well done. It's okay. We made it. Hopefully the judges likes it. Yeah.
It was absolutely brilliant. Love working with Philip.
It went so well. We were in sync.
We are very, very happy with our bakes today.
It went not according to plan, and then it went according to plan.
I think it really looks pretty.
Coming up, after a confident finish to the challenge, will their Swiss rolls be enough to impress the judges?
Better never rests, so be the star to take your baking to the next level with Capitec.
Do it like this. Do it like get it, move it, own it. Do it like this.
Bespoke.
The Swiss roll challenge complete. And I'm happy to say that we got 2 Swiss rolls from each team.
Everybody finished, which was huge. And for that fact, it means that we can expect the best that they can offer.
Stress, and more stress. Everyone was excellent, but we don't know what's going to happen.
Guys, well done on an excellent effort. This looks abundant.
It was a good day. Whatever must happen, must happen. It's done, it's done.
It is always nerve-wracking watching the judges eat and their facial expressions. Dat denk jy, oh, smaak het lekker.
Philip, texture and flavor of your filling is so rich and deep. The gorgonzola can sometimes be quite offensive if not used subtly and with so much finesse, and I think you did that excellently. The beef cut was a great choice.
I really enjoy the sponge. It's so light and fluffy. I really enjoy the mousse. I like the saltiness and the sweetness from the marmalade as well. I really enjoy those 2 flavor combinations. I enjoy the biltong. So all your Italian and South African flavors really work together.
Lariri, your filling is very subtle, very fresh, and that berry coming through, bringing a little bit of zip, a little bit of life to the very decadent chocolate flavors.
I really enjoy the sponge. It's moist and light and fluffy. I do wish there was a bit more filling, but the filling that I did get was really good and really tasty.
I think Fritz described it the best when he said it's generous. I think you guys not only worked well as a team, but you produced 2 really delicious bakes.
Dis 2 lekker bakke gewees. Oh.
I'm always nervous going into judging, but I think our flavors are there.
Ladies, your bakes look beautiful.
Thank you.
How was today working as a team?
It was awesome. I'm so happy Renuka chose me. We've been wanting to work together, and yeah, my dream came true.
I am eager for the judges to taste our bakes.
Are you?
Yes, I think it's unique, it's different, and the flavors are going to complement.
Mel, I love the thinness you got in your sponge. And the risk there is that it could have been really dry, but I think that you chose the perfect filling. I think together it ate really beautifully. I just wish there was more bacon because it reads very sweet unless you have more saltiness in it.
There was intrigue to me in the flavor of the savoury bake. Initially, my palate was confused by it, and it was like, wow, this is very special.
This is absolutely delicious. It is truly Black Forest. It's decadent. My only criticism, I think that you didn't get a tight enough roll, so it kind of collapsed. But in terms of flavor, I think that the cherries, combination of tart and sweet, I thought that there was just enough chocolate.
I love the salt on the bark. The sponge is so fluffy, so nice and moist. It went to Flavor Town.
High-level baking once again.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Fritz's comments about the bake being high level is pretty cool.
I am really nervous about judging. The competition is so tough today. All of the Swiss rolls look amazing.
I think Zola's going to have something to say about those ribbons on stage.
I don't know why Fritz didn't just say it, because he feels it too. Strong believers of if you're not going to eat the garnish, then there's no need for it to be there.
This pink looks like I'm so excited. The pink just makes me... Yes!
Yeah, I don't know how to feel. They all have different reactions in their faces, so I can't tell at this point.
Ladies, I think you can be so proud of these bakes. I think your spirals of your Swiss rolls are near perfection. The ratio's really lovely.
The flavors of the savoury bake, it's not over the top, it's not bold, it's not in your face, but it lingers and it's got depth. Good texture of the filling.
I like the sun-dried tomatoes. You get a little bit of tartness from that. I think maybe just also like a sprinkling of like flaky salt, just to like brighten up everything.
I think that the flavors are really good. You know what's missing? Just a tiny bit of acidity. Maybe a squeeze of lemon juice in the sponge itself, just to bring out that spinach flavor even more.
When I cut into the sweet bake, it felt like a cloud, and that's how the eating experience was. Quite a sweet up front, and then that zippiness of the filling just brings a little bit of texture and brings it back and makes you want to take another bite.
It really is like a pink wonderland. I taste the strawberries, sponge is light and fluffy.
It actually gave me sort of tutti frutti vibes. There was something like artificial and childish about the flavor, but in the best way possible. Your meringue, not only did it look really striking, but the texture of it as well. It sort of was cloudy and marshmallowy.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
What was the nudge for? Just good going.
I've been in elimination twice.
Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Thank you. We know. We put you there.
If anything else, our flavors are the ones to save us.
We are incredibly nervous.
We are nervous about going to judging.
You never know.
We just hope to be safe.
I'm looking at these two bakes and they look really delicious. How was the challenge for you today?
Not as easy as we thought it would be.
We trust our flavors.
Yeah.
You're such a good team. You're finishing each other's sentences.
Right. The most challenging was the cake sponge. I thought it was going to be incredibly easy to do it. I do them all the time, but guess not.
I'm going to start with the savoury one. I really, thoroughly so enjoy this. The sponge is really light and fluffy. The flavours are there. I love the chili. I love the corn. The crisps also add a nice saltiness. The only thing I just wish I had more of was the filling, because it's so good.
I was longing for more corn. And when you did get a pop of one of the corn kernels, it was really lovely in terms of texture and flavor. That bacon jam had a lovely sweetness to it, which counteracted with the savouriness of your cheese. And I really loved how it took me to a place of nostalgia with sort of giving me steamed millie bread vibes.
For me, the savoury bake was actually slightly on the sweet side. Because of the sweet corn and the bacon jam, etc., you do take a lot out of the salty components. And same with the sweet, also for me, predominantly sweet. When that white chocolate and stuff comes through, it's like, okay, that's a lot.
I think that the filling wasn't evenly incorporated, and I think you saved a lot of it for the top, which is why it collapsed. The flavor of that strawberry with the vanilla custard, really, really Moorish and delicious. I think that a little bit of refinement here and there needed just to perfect these bakes, but overall, good effort.
I'm a bit conflicted at this point because we put a lot of effort into these bakes today. So it did crush us slightly.
Yeah.
Going into the judging, I'm quite stressed. I didn't feel that confident. There's a lot to compete with, yeah.
How did it go in the kitchen today?
It went really well at some stages.
Did you have an opportunity to taste it? Because it's a lot of components that you're bringing together there.
I've tried it before.
Okay.
On a piece of bread.
We're waiting and waiting, just seeing them how they eat slowly and just, it gets to me.
The savoury bakes, like in your face, just so many flavours, textures, depth. I would say the sponge may be a little bit on the dense side. I think with the offering of the filling and the flavour thereof, it brings it a little bit into balance. And then that fig brings in that nice sweetness, just enough to highlight all the spice. So really just a flavorful bake.
I love the aromatics you get from the thyme. The nuts and the figs go so well together. The sponge to filling ratio could have been a bit more balanced. I think you know how I feel about the lemon poppy seeds, my fave. But I really like the addition of the blueberries and the filling, and the bark as well adds that nice sweetness. I think I would have just a little bit more lemon just for that acid.
The sponge is just, it melts in your mouth along with the blueberry, and there's not very much filling, but the texture's great, the flavor's great, so you didn't need, to overpower it with it. Your meringue as well came out really beautifully. I think that you both can be really proud of what you've produced today.
I definitely feel like we do stand a chance of going into elimination. Again, the competition is so close, you really don't know.
Only one team can be the top, and obviously we have to put some of these teams into elimination. It gets really difficult when it is so close.
Yeah.
Really great display of baking from all the teams today. But Taste Master style, that's how the cookie crumbles. Okay, decision time. You ready?
Ready.
Coming up, find out which pair wins the challenge and who will be heading to the next elimination. Do you own a small baking or home business? A prize of 50,000 Rand is waiting to be claimed, courtesy of the Tastemaster SA and Capitec Business. To enter, post a video to Instagram sharing your small business story, your journey to success so far, and how you'll use this Capitec boost to further the growth of your business. Tag Capitec Bank and Tastemaster SA and use hashtag Better Never Rests and hashtag the Tastemaster SA to enter. Entries close on Sunday the 21st of July. T's and C's apply and can be found on the tastemaster.co.za. Who will influence the nation with their creative bakes? Bake more memories with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder.
Bakers, I need to commend you. There were just no bad bakes today. All of you delivered in flavor, textures, and technique. My gosh, it does a lot for this competition and for raising the bar.
Well done, well done.
Seeing all the other teams, I feel okay.
Confident, yeah. I just pray that our bake is good enough to keep us safe.
Sien we agtig by Partner in Crime langs my. Ons het ons beste gedoen.
The winning team, of course, receives a Royal Baking Powder pin, which will give you a handy advantage in the next challenge. The winning team is Team Blue.
Super proud. Want ons hier aan klaar te maak.
There you go. Well done.
Hierdie Royal Baking pin is die trots van Namakwaland. Dit is for you, Namax.
I always wanted this since the competition started. For my late brother, late grandmother, late sister. It's for you.
Team Black, please take one step forward. Despite having incredible bakes, you will be entering the elimination challenge.
Our first elimination.
Very heartbroken.
Yeah, very disheartening. We're quite optimistic. The top 10 is tough.
Team Green, please step forward.
The competition is so close right now, you just really don't know if you are going to be the person in the elimination challenge.
You displayed some great teamwork. You had some great textures in your bake. Well done. you are safe from elimination.
Yay! Yay! Well done.
Team White, Team Maroon, of course, that means you will also be taking part in the elimination challenge.
This is so stressful.
This is the way the competition rolls. Even when you have a good day, someone has a better day. See you in elimination. Thanks, everybody. Well done.
I don't believe in giving up, so I'm going to push.
I'm disappointed. I feel like we definitely brought a game today. Just need to regroup and figure this out.
Next week, contestants head to the West Coast to learn all about seafood. And with elimination looming, who will survive to bake another day? From our family to yours, the Taste Master essay, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.